Aloha. Oh yeah. I gotta see if I have sound real quick. Let me check. It's working. Is the sound? Yeah, it's working. It's working. Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, under the drone. You're correct. That was quite a while since I had actually anything done in this studio. I had so much crap laying around over here. It was terrible. I had to clean up and set it all up, and I only had like 2 hours. I had a lot of work to do. So, welcome back. I appreciate you guys all swinging by. And definitely, yeah, let's talk about DJI's newest. It's 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself during New Year's Eve and been safe. Unfortunately, here in Hawaii, 4 people died during fireworks. It's pretty bad. But yeah, Josh Spike, aloha. How you doing, my man? And welcome back, everybody. So today I want to be talking about a little bit about the DJI. Just like how DJI always does it, they have their own little leak promotion going on. So there's a lot of info out there, a lot of pictures that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and just talking about what to expect actually, and probably the price range too, because I'm actually considering buying this thing. The reason why I'm considering buying it, because I'm still flying with this bad boy right here. You guys all know this one still. Is the DJI Avata 1. There's a lot of battle scars around this sucker. So yeah, I'm still using it. I'm on my second set of these batteries, and I still love this drone. The funny part is I have never updated it. So therefore I don't have to plug in the phone for the RID. So what I do is I use that small remote ID module that I have and I actually tape it to the top of this battery. And I'm still in compliance, so I don't have to use the phone for it because I don't want to strap the phone to the goggles. I mean, yeah, I could go with the Avata 2. I had the Avata 2 for a little bit, and it was a good thing, but it's just price-wise, $1,300. I was like, I have the Avata 1. It's still good. The camera quality is very similar. So anyhow, let's see. How do you do this now? I can share a screen. There we go. Which screen can we share? This one right here, I think. How you do this? Window there. Jesus Christ. That's the DJI release. Hello there. Share. So here we are. We are going to share this right here. Most of you people might have seen this already. This is the Open a New Possibility scheduled for January 14th at 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is probably Hawaii like 2 a.m. I'm going to be sleeping at that time. But they had this. Let me press F5 real quick. Hopefully they're gonna redo this or just refresh. These things actually move. So they. So I was like at first, what the hell are they trying to tell me? Until I realized it afterwards, as you guys can see here, how it folds up. If it wouldn't be like stuttering right now, this is really bad. My thing is stuck. What the hell? Let's try this again. So it's pretty much a new toy that they're bringing out, and with the new toy, as you can see here, at first I thought it was lenses or it was like some sort of caps or whatever, but it's actually a drone. So I want to drag this in here real quick for you guys to see. Can you? How come I cannot see it? What's going on here? I have some pictures that I wanted to share with you guys, and for some reason it's not sharing this. Why not? You're supposed to be. Let me try this again. Present. Extra camera, no slides and PDFs. Oh, slides? What? I'm this StreamYard thing is like really new to me. Don't show these tips again. No, I don't want to upload no files. I want to just share the pictures that I downloaded. Window, entire screen. There. Here we go. All right, here we go. So there, boom. There we have it. The DJI FLIP right here. This one says right here in the bottom left, it says Flymer combo. Credit for this goes out to, what is this, Quad Drone or Quad News? And then the other one is from Drone DJI, pretty much the information that I read up on that based on the pricing and stuff. It says that it's better and it has a better camera quality as the DJI Neo. The Neo is not really one of those things that I wanted to pick up. This autonomous thing was not my thing. I wasn't a big fan of it. I seen a friend of mine flying it, and it was too flimsy for like Hawaii. It's way too windy, and it's like, damn, that thing was like everywhere, and it's like, I don't know. So I figured out afterwards that actually these 4 things that fold up together were the ducts of that drone. When you look at it this way, you can see a little bit in these parts right here where the wires and stuff come out, how that stuff actually is going to fold together. And it's going to be nicely folded up into a small, compact version of that drone, easy to transport, which is kind of funky. So it's, I don't know. I mean, they come out with all kind of crazy stuff. Not quite sure if I'm a biggest fan of having it folded up like this dude has it, but it's actually pretty cool. And yeah, I think it would do some good to have some more room in your bag for other drones that you want to transport with you. I mean, look at this. I mean, what was wrong with this? You know what I mean? Like, stop sharing. So, what was wrong with this? Like, it's tiny. Like, in comparison to the Avata is not even that big, but this is the DJI Mini. This is the Mavic Mini. This is the original right here. That thing was folded up pretty nice. So now they wanted to make it longer. Like, I don't know. I'm not. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was more like a gimmick that they brought out with that. Like DJI has like those things, those fancy things to make something sound innovative, which is technically seen not. But these ones are ducts, so because of these ducts being that way, I'm not quite sure if they really lock into place or what. Or is there spring loaded or what? Like if it's really windy or you clip something, one folds down, then what? Is it gonna crash? So yeah, it's kind of questionable when you think about it, you know. So let me share the screen some more. There, share, boom. Um, yeah, it's really tiny. Look at this. Can I zoom this in? Yeah, look at this. It's really really tiny. It makes it to like that. I mean, when you look at the dude's hand, that's probably an Asian guy, so his hands are not that big. So it looks pretty interesting, let's say the least. Okay. Now, I don't know. Josh said the Flip is a neue Spielzeug from DJI. Yes, the Flip is a new toy from DJI. It is technically seen a toy. It's nothing like an Inspire or whatever that has like super cinematic quality. But for people like us who like to play around all the time and fly drones and have fun doing it, I mean, this is a toy too. When you look at it that way, it's not the most cinematic stuff, but for what I do, like driving around, I don't know. You see my last video? Drove around with the Avata and looking for waterfalls, exploring the island even more. I think it's great. You know, I mean, toys are a great thing to have. You can't have enough. Yellow Rose Jones, what's up, my man? He said, I'm sorry I'm late. Yeah, it's all right. It's going to be saved anyway, so you can watch it later if you want to. Josh said Mavic 4 is interesting. Yes, Mavic 4 does sound interesting, but guaranteed it's another $3,000 right there. So this drone, when we go to the pricing right now, based on what I found, well, first of all, let's say, what is that drone? Is it just like the Mavic Mini? So far, what I've seen and what was said right here on DJI Drone DJ, when you look, world's smallest 4K FPV drone. DJI's 04 air unit is here. So okay, so 04, that's the transmission for the video stuff, which is technically seen. But this one does come with a 1/1.3-inch sensor, so it's a little bit better camera than the Neo, but it's similar to the one of the Avata and the Avata 2. So, and then it says 48 megapixel camera equipped with that sensor, capable of capturing 4K video of up to 100 FPS. Now, up to 100 FPS, that actually sounds pretty cool because then you can slow down or speed up without having much of those stutter issues, depending on how you process your video. It says similar to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So now the Mini 4 Pro, in my eyes, was a bust. It didn't work out for me because the RC2 burned up every time here in Hawaii, being that it's very humid and very hot at times given. It was kind of annoying that my thing just kept dying out, like really, you know. And yeah, I don't know. It was really annoying that my controller just would shut off after 10 minutes usage, and I was like, hello, I'm supposed to use this for at least an hour before you give me a overheating warning. So I returned the drone, the DJI 4 Pro, Mini 4 Pro. Didn't work out. So I had the same issue with both 3 Pro and 4 Pro. Now It says right here the camera is expected to support multiple photo formats, including DNG and JPEG and RAW. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. And offer an 82.1 degree field of view with 4 times digital zoom. Digital zoom is kind of obsolete when you look at it that way. We have better digital zooms or zooms in general on cell phones these days. So I don't know, 4 times digital. It's not really innovative, DJI. I mean, for a small thing, yeah, maybe, but these features position the Flip as a formidable tool for content creators seeking high quality aerial footage. You can get high quality aerial footage with a DJI Mini 2 4K, and I think it has better quality than this camera will have, and it's cheaper. Because when we're looking at the price now, so now if you scroll down, it's going to have like hands-free quick shots, just like most of DJIs have in their programming, such as Droney, Rocket, Circle, Helix, Boomerang, and Spotlight. Well, we are all drone putties. Most of you people who watch me, you guys are all drone putties. You guys all know how to fly these sticks. Nowadays, everybody grows up with sticks already in their fingers, in their hands. So I don't see the reason why any autonomous stuff would be good. I mean, yeah, it's good if you want to have a certain shot and you don't want to stand there. You can just stand there, do your thing, and then let the drone do its thing. But then usually throw the controller on the ground or put it somewhere on the side, or have somebody else do it for you. But where's the fun in that? We want to, I'm out there to film the landscape, not myself, Catering to social media creators and vloggers. Well, it's a drone, so you're not going to have no audio. So kind of, all right. But for vloggers, I don't know. But for content creators, yes, I can see that. I can see it. Integrated propeller guards, enhancing safety during flight, especially in indoor environments or crowded spaces. So it's a Cinewhoop. It's not an FPV drone. Because anytime you create a duct, we all know it. I went through that thing. Remember when I had that whole run-in with people and didn't know nothing about yaw tumble? Like, what? This drone is still prone for it if you do use it in the wrong manner, because this is a Cinewhoop. It's not an FPV, really. FPV, yeah, first-person view. True, given you use the goggles. But it still had some issues design-wise, which should just drop, right? So hopefully this one doesn't do it because it's not that heavy. When you look at it that way, pretty much the top part looks like the DJI Mavic Mini right here, like the one that I have right here. It looks like this thing, just with the propellers like bigger and the ducts on the side, and they fold up to the bottom. That's what this thing looks like to me, if you ask me. But that's just me. I mean, all this entire live stream is just my opinion based on it. Ensuring quieter operation, making it less intrusive in public or residential areas. You have drone carriers anywhere. It doesn't really matter. They're gonna go after you anyways. It doesn't matter how quiet the damn thing is these days. There's always somebody who say, "Stop looking in my window." Like I care about what is going on in your window. Let's see what the chat said right here. Josh said, "You hope you still use your auto." That's my workhorse, bro. My auto is still my workhorse. My auto is, I still do real estate videography with it. I still do video photography with it. I still do regular just exploring kind of thing with it. I think I'm on my 12th set of batteries, or 8th or 9th set of quad batteries, like full batteries that I purchased. I'm I don't know how many thousand miles I did with that auto, and I still love it to this day. It's great. I don't have to worry about the whole freaking geofencing issue. Yeah, given I still, because I'm part 107, I still inquire about lands and stuff, flight permits and stuff within restricted areas. But yeah, I still fly the auto. It's my go-to drone, guys. So we have under the drone, it's kind of looks like it works using a smartphone with, which can be handy at times rather than carry a remote with it. True. I give you that. Yeah, because some remotes like the RC2 is like pretty big because you get the big screen, and then you probably can use it with a phone. It has probably autonomous stuffs all within that app if you hook it up together with your phone. And I think that's a pretty good alternative to have rather than having to have a remote with you. I agree. I totally agree with that. Josh said the flip looks like a butterfly with camera. True, it does. It does. I am worried about that it can't fold on its own. If you yeah, you have ducks. This one are ducks, like really solid ducks, not like the Avata 2. The Avata 2 is a little bit more flimsy. But this one, for an example, these ducts right here, when you look at it, these ducts, they are solid as hell. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have like so many dings in here. Even my ND filter has scratches. I crashed this thing so many times. So I'm not sure about the Flip, if the Flip going to be able to handle that type of impact. You know what I mean? Like if I clip something, instead of the drone just going, what is it going to, what, they lock in place when you turn it on? There's a lot of questions going on with that thing, but I'll find out the moment I convince my wife to buy one. So, honey, if you watch this, I want that drone. Now, if you go look for pricing, so while official pricing has yet to be confirmed, leaks, DJI's official sponsoring program and advertising program is leaks. They're really good with it, and it works. I mean, people like me are interested, so we make live streams, right? Leaks suggest the following configurations: base drone unit, just the drone itself, $450. Based on that, it's suggested. The RC2 controller bundle, which comes with the controller that has that. I believe the RC2 is the screen one, so you don't have to put your phone on top. I might be wrong though. All right, wrong. You guys, anybody know? Let me know. So, and then Fly More combo estimated as an $800. Now, if this is a drone that is supposed to be below 250, and you look at it that way, it's supposed to be the FPV. That is one of the cheapest FPV drones on the market, because even this sucker right here, the DJI Avata 1, still runs in retail $999 for the Fly More combo. So it's $200 more, but it's pretty intuitive, and it comes with the motion controller joystick. So I'm not quite sure the RC2, how you supposed to say it's a FPV? Why? Because you can use the goggles, you know, like FPV, aren't you going like this, and you have the motion stick going on? So yeah, I'm not, you know, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm gonna, like you guys, come January 14th, once they release this, guarantee gonna have all the big influencers. They're all gonna have that thing sent to them, like probably 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. They're all gonna be using it right now, playing around with it, making their videos and content, and waiting for it to just boom, be released at the time that DJI tells them. So, Another drone says, I still fly my E2P V1 too. Love that puppy. I'm telling you, bro. Everybody called it the orange brick back then. Yeah, it's a brick for a reason, because you can fly it in 65 miles per hour winds without that thing budging. You know, that's why it's a yellow brick or orange brick, you know. And then yes, the RC2 has the built-in screen. Okay, so that's the one that I had with my DJI Mini 3 Pro and the Mini 4 Pro, and it heats up too much that I don't know why they don't get it right. It's like frustrating. So I had to return. I returned the Mini 3 Pro 3 times, got it switched out, got it back, and returned it completely. So thanks, Amazon. Appreciate it. The other one is the Mini 4 Pro. The same thing. It was going good for like 10, 15 minutes. Then the screen would overheat, and I would lose connection to the drone, and the drone would just hover there and just, you know, and I'm like, hello. You know, I have to restart the controller and put them in front of the fan. Once I put them in front of the fan, I would sit in a car with the AC, no problem. But this defeats the purpose. What if somebody, you know, from Minnesota goes Cancun, you know, and it's hot over there, and they go there for vacation, he wants to fly his drone, poof, then the thing don't work. Why? Because overheat. That's stupid. So I think DJI can do better on that one. You do all these beautiful gadgets and stuff, you know. What is it? 300 more, and you can get the Air 3. True, but it's way bigger, you know. Like sometimes people look at smaller version, and looking at this drone, it is very very mini, like very mini style. Like it's really tiny. There I don't know where it went, but I believe, oh, I just made noise, so that's just me, sorry. I had a video somewhere. I can't find it anymore, so I don't know if they deleted it or whatever happened, but there was a video about that drone in general where they said that, hey, this is the DJI Flip. So the guy unfolded it and stuff. It looks very flimsy, so it's kind of scary to unfold it, or you hook up the wrong way and it might break one of those things. Might be a possibility. So it's probably not something for your grandchildren, you know, for Christmas. It's probably for the more mature person who wants to take care of their stuff. And besides that, it looked very light. Yeah, it's supposed to be sub 250. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it innovative really? Like I said, DJI Mavic Mini was very innovative. It's very tiny, very small, sub 250. no registration required. For the hobbyist, perfect gadget to fucking put in your pocket just like that and just go, and do your thing. The only bad part was you needed the little bit bigger controller right here, and then you could clip your phone in the bottom, which is kind of weird. So, but I still fly it. I still use it. The battery lasting forever. I have never bought new batteries. This drone is 4 years old. I've been using it 4 years already. So this DJI battery that is in there is kill us. Like never swell up, nothing. Remember the Mavic 2 Pro battery issues? So anyhow, Under the Drone says, like Josh said, Neo and Flip are vlogger toys mostly. Maybe we're wrong. Soon to find out. Yes. So they are content creator toys. I'm not quite sure if that's really a vlogger kind of thing. I mean, yeah, if you go hiking and stuff and you do like travel videos and stuff, but for vlogging itself, vlogging in my eyes is all about video log. So you actually have a conversation with the video itself. You can't have a conversation with the drone. Yeah, you can put some supplemental shots with it and like b-roll. Oh, I'm walking here and then the thing filming me over there. But I think there's better options out there than for that. Yeah, for travel wise, probably. But I think I'd prefer a Mini 4 Pro if I be a vlogger, or maybe a Mini 3 Pro. I think that thing is pretty cheap right now and it comes out in the same price unit. Not quite sure if this is really innovative. And plus it says 4K FPV drone. So I'm, yeah, I don't know. Like they're going so small right now. And I'm really hoping, like Josh said earlier, that the Mavic 4 is going to come out, which looks really, really good so far of what had leaked, so 5.5-inch and 700 nits display. Better use your smartphone with a 6.1 13 nits or more. Yeah, well, the nits these days, 700 nits is kind of underrated when you look at it that way. Like 700 nits, wasn't that like 6 years ago when you first started with drones? Everybody had that, and then the cell phones were even better than that. But true, I mean, yeah, if it's comparable with the smartphone, the only thing that I see with the smartphone issue all the time, instead of having a real frequency that you can actually go with to have connection with the drone, the problem is always the Wi-Fi. So you have limited range. I've seen guys go out 50 meters and then boom, done. That's like 150 feet max. That's not far. That's like a little bit past the football field. And that's if you only within line of sight. So if you are going a little bit behind bushes and trees and, you still can barely see it, the Wi-Fi usually doesn't catch. So that's kind of sucks. So the controller is stronger in that part. I look too bad for a selfie drone. Same here. I would not film that at all. I mean, I do once in a while. Sometimes. I don't know. Do I? I never paid attention to that. Do I actually film myself while I stay flying drone? I don't think so. I think I never did. You know how like some people they climb on top of that hill and then they're standing there and the thing flies around them. So Josh said yes, the Mini 4 is better. I believe so. I believe that the Mini 4 is better because it's a better option. It's cheaper and it's light like this, and it's compact too. And I think the option wise, camera wise, I think you do a lot more better. But I mean, it's yet to be determined. I still want to maybe pick up that drone. I'm seriously considering it right now. Maybe to just pick it up and have it sent to me is probably going to take about 2 weeks because DJI has. I don't know. Did you guys see that? There's some people that ordered stuff from DJI, the Avata 2, directly from DJI. It's stuck in customs. Like it's really like we're really following through with this whole DJI ban. It's damn. Like people are stuck with it. It's getting serious, guys. I mean, controller with smartphone. True. Yeah, the RC2 doesn't have a screen though, so it kind of would defeat the purpose to put a smartphone on it. But a controller with your smartphone, like this one, Mavic, Mavic Mini, was pretty good. I mean, I can't complain. It's just at some point I forget somebody had a Note 2. The thing was way too big. It wouldn't fit in the bottom of the controller. Phones nowadays, before it went too tiny, like what was it? The Motorola Razr Flip, super skinny, super square, tiny like this, and then now it's like boom. Hey, where's my phone? Like right here, my phone. This is my phone right there, right? Look how big the phone. The phone is just as my junk can hide behind it. Look at this. You know what I mean? Oh. Almost had a drone crash, babe. I need a new one. No. So, but yeah. Cell phones getting huge, big these days. So yeah, I got spoiled with the Tripltek 8. The 9 is better, but wow, $1,200. Yeah, I know. I seen that too. I still have the 7 and I have the 8. The 7 is now with my son. He plays video games with it and he does like all kind of other stuff. The 8 I still have, and I still use it for my Alta Evo 2 Pro. It's my go-to. But then I also clip it onto my car on the windshield, and I still driving around. It's funny too because when I stay in uniform, everybody thinks I'm a cop, and I stay driving around with my 3 suction cups on the window, and then they all slow down. I'm like, "What are you doing? Let's go!" Yeah, Tripltek is very nice, but much money. Yeah, it's expensive. Tripltek is expensive. I believe there are cheaper alternatives for the Tripltek tablets these days out there. I believe there is. I forget the name of the company, but I've seen it, and it's the same tablet. It's just a different name. So they all have the same supplier. It's just the supplier itself. They're changing certain parts up, or they print their names on top. And there's a company that makes the same tablet just as Tripltek. They're just not as famous. Like they're not as big as Tripltek is. You know what I mean? So I contacted them once and I asked them if they wanted to send me a tablet for review. I would send it back, but they never say nothing. So I never followed through. You know. Oops, wrong one. I think the Mini 3 Pro and the 4 Pro can do professional real estate work. Can the Neo or Flip do that? The Neo definitely not. No, they cannot. The 3 Pro, I did one shoot. As long as the battery lasted, as long as the controller lasted before overheating, I did one shoot. I got a couple shots out of it, and then I actually sat in a car and I flew with the 3 Pro. The only bad part is if it's windy, you are like, I'd rather come with my Alta Evo 2 Pro. And the same thing with the Mini 4 Pro, but they're small drones. So if it does come windy at some point, you get like a little bit shaky footage. But you technically see for real estate, you try to have different options, angles and stuff that are at least 10 seconds long so you can utilize your 3-4 seconds that are golden out of that, because you don't want to stay too long on a certain shot. The viewer gets bored, so. But yeah, I agree. The 3 Pro and the 4 Pro definitely can do real estate shoot. I haven't seen done. I have done it myself. Not the biggest fan, but I prefer my Alta Evo 2 Pro. Filming 6K, upscaling resolution or without loss of resolution. I think that's better. The Neo definitely cannot, and the Flip, I'm not sure. We'll see about the camera quality once I get the thing. When you look at it that way, it's similar to the 3, I believe. Didn't it say something like that in the camera? Hang on. Didn't it say something about the camera? Right here. 1/1.3 inch sensor capable of capturing 4K video of up to 100 FPS, similar to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So yeah, this might be possible to do with it, and plus it's smaller. The bad part is, like I said, elements. You got to think about the environment. If it's windy, the Flip might not be able to hold up against it as well. And we all know it sometimes over here, bombing the weather, perfect, no wind, nothing, and then you go to the site and you have to fly, and you're like, it's storming. Like, really? I like to use my Mavic 2 Pro and Mini 2 with the same smart controller. Yes, yeah, you can. I believe you can, but don't you have to hook it up each time? Like, don't you have to pair it? I think you have to repair it every time. I've been thinking about the Samsung Fold phone. I had it. I had the. Where's my old one? I get it somewhere away. I needed to slide for when I log into YouTube. It's the Galaxy Flip 3Z or whatever that I had. It was pretty good. It was now they have the 4 or 5 already, I think. It was good. It was pretty cool. I had it for 2 years before I upgraded to the 22. I think there's a 22 plus something. Or 23. I forget already. They're throwing out numbers like underwear. People change underwear. It's like crazy. But yeah, I upgraded to that. But I had no problem with it, except for towards the end of the 2 years, there was like a small crease in the middle where she folds, you could see it like on the screen. But because I was so used to it, people who didn't know, they're like, huh? So, and the aspect ratio is a little bit different. So. The Huge Rock 7-inch. I tried one. Too much security, so I sent it back. But it does have a nice 2000 nit screen. Oh, so talking about tablet wise, so Huge Rock 7-inch. There was one that is a 8 or 9-inch, I believe. Something. It's not Huge Rock. It's. I forget the damn name. If I find out, I'll send it maybe in my community post. Anyhow. I agree. No mini can handle much wind. Yes, none of them. None of them do. I mean, even the Avata. I mean, this thing is brick wise. This is like very heavy in comparison to this. This weighs a whole lot more. It's like 4 times the amount of weight. But still, when the wind comes from the left or right, she stays sideways like this. You can tell she's going like this. So, but once you stay moving, then it's all right. It's not too bad. Now with the minis and all that stuff, those things are like all over. I had one drifting off like almost 20 feet trying to bring it back to me. The battery was dying, you know, and I was like, oh, come here, you can do it, you know, and it took a while for the mini. And so that's why for real estate, I don't think that those ones are good for it. Now with the flip, I can share the screen one more time with all the pictures and stuff that I had for those of you guys who came late. Let's see. Flip, double click. There you go. Boom. How you do this? This new setup on StreamYard is kind of annoying. I don't want to see it. You guys get it all too, like all these AI thing all the time. I keep asking you. I'm ignoring it right now. I don't want to do it. No, here, share. Boom. So this is the first one from the flip. This is the box from the Fly More combo that you can see here. I would have thought when they write Fly More combo DJI RC2 that they actually would, you know, put a picture of the drone and the controller. But when you look at all these spokes right there, there's like plenty of these that hold that thing in place. If they are made out of metal and you crash somewhere and that's bent, I think you have to replace it. You know, I think, you know, so there it is. The front ones look slightly bigger, but that might be an optical illusion based on that it's further apart from each other rather than these two right here. So I don't know. The rear ones look closer together, but they might be all the same size. I mean, it should be all the same size based on how they fold up. And then the way this guy holds it in hand, it's actually pretty big. Like those propellers are pretty darn big. So I don't know how they make them quieter. You know, they claiming it's supposed to be quieter. I don't know, man. So the profile looks pretty thin though. That's the good thing. So you can fit through things. It's just sidewise, like width-wise, it's pretty wide. This is from Quadronos. This picture is kind of distorted, so it doesn't really do it justice. But this back part right here, you can see there's like 2 latches left and right. That's how you probably take the battery off, and that's probably when you crash that thing, the little thing somewhere, the battery gonna pop off too. So, you know, and that's, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a 2-blade drone right here, 2 blades. But then you have all these spokes in there. So in order to change out the blade, and it's gonna be a lot of stuff in between everything. I don't know, man. So, but yeah. So when you look at it this way, they actually look, these sides right here for the front, they might be bigger. I have no clue. Might be an optical illusion too that it looks bigger or whatever. But the bottom part where you get the legs and stuff, they seem to interlock with each other to hold it in place. You know, so I don't know. Under the drone says some people are saying this will replace the mini line, so no mini 5. What do you think? There is a possibility for it because when you look at it that way, they're all looking into FPV. They're all looking into having more of this Avata stuff going on, and they're coming smaller and smaller, and everything is sub 250 for the hobbyists. So no licensing required, no registration required, no nothing, just for the hobbyists. And that seems to be the masses, anyways, because when you look at it that way, there's not that many people who actually own a Part 107 license, right? And the good part is, though, with drones like this, if you do have a Part 107 license, because it's sub 250, so the kinetic energy is not that big. So it's easier to fly these around people over people if you get the permit for it, and having to worry sort of less rather than having like an Alta U2 Pro. You know, there's like 2.5 pounds. It comes out at 60 feet. If it does fail and hits somebody in the head, then it's a black eye versus a chopped head. You know, it's murder versus damage, I think. You know, insurance wise, when you look at it that way. M Drone says, I'm glad I caught you finally. Aloha. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. And then I think it is very quiet. Good to see you. Hi, under the drone. Good to see you. To me, the flip has a different shape, but not that much smaller than the minis. It is not smaller. I think because the width wise and all that stuff, it's bigger. Like it's bigger than the minis. Because when you look at these, you open up these propeller with the legs right here, you know, just like that. You look at it this way, and I'm holding this sucker like that. So now you don't have all these ducts around there. It's just, it's like a Mavic Mini just with ducts around it, and then they're folding it. They have the propellers under the body so that it folds up. But size-wise, I don't think it's that much bigger. Just it's because of the ducts, and that's the reason why they have to make it somehow that you can fold them. So you can fold a drone with ducts. Okay, perfect. Now the question is it really an FPV drone? Yes, the Flip is supposed to be category 1 under 250, so it can fly over people. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it's perfect for people like that. So if you really want to go for that part and you really want to fly over people, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. Like, you have certain type of concerts. Sometimes you might get hired with a Part 107, and then you have like no issues flying over those people. Plus, like I said, it's a different story having a heavier drone, like the S3 or whatever, and you're flying, and even if you stay further away, there's always a capability of, or a chance of, that one of the props pops and the thing just dives forward, and she travels 100 feet forward before she crashes into people. Now, if you get hit in the head by a freaking S3 coming from 100 feet away, going 35 miles an hour rather than this little Flip, and you get hit in the head, yeah, it's still going to hurt, but I think the damage is like tremendously less, while the other one can kill you. This one is, you have to be really, really lucky to get killed by a 250-gram plastic piece, So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's not really innovative as they claimed it to be innovative, because when you look at it, $800 is a lot of money for a lot of people to save up for the way they make their announcements. Like, the announcement was done, 2 weeks ago? Oh, in 2 weeks, we're going to drop this. Yeah, people want to look forward to stuff. They don't want to, I need to have this. I want to put it on my credit card. I'm going to pay actually $1,200 for it because I paid all this, Like, I don't know. It's not really innovative to have a drone that folds up the props at the bottom with the ducts like that. It's just another gadget, but it looks interesting to have based on the camera quality, which is way better than a Neo. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't pick up the Neo, So the propeller, the Flip, is easy to change. Yeah, they are just made out of 2 parts, okay? But if you have big hands, like really big hands, and you want to, those tiny screwdrivers, and you have all these, you guys remember this? This sucker right here? This is the worst. To get to the memory card right here, and these spokes to change out blades, that reminds me of that. In order to get to the memory card, you have to literally like move these blades around and stuff. I remember that. That was the worst design flaw on this drone besides the yaw tumble. Those 2 things was the camera, was the SD card port where it was at, and the yaw tumble issue with the weight on the back of the battery. So I wouldn't fly over people, but that's just me. I try to avoid it as much as possible too. I'm just like you, because I'm living by the what if concept in my life. It's like I care too much for people that are walking around. Plus, I don't want to be the guy that, give Joan Cairns a reason why we shouldn't be able to have these toys. You know what I mean? Like, people that drunk driving prove every day that we shouldn't have cars, but they don't care about that. I buy them and then they sit in a corner. I used to be like that too. I had at some point like 8 drones, 9, 10 drones, something like that. And it was I had like a whole stock. I made a video at some point where my introduction had all these drones sitting piggyback on top of each other. It was hard to fly all of them at the same time, or like one after another, taking them all with you, like with all these gadgets and stuff. So I minimized, downsized, and I kept what I really liked, and I sold what was still worth stuff, because this I put this up for $899, I think, including the case and everything else. Nobody wanted it, so I keeping it, and I just I fly it until one day come and I crash it, or my props blow up. But until then, I get my footage out of it. I got my footage worth out of it. I made money off of this on real estate too, so I have a Mini 3 Pro, but I'll reach for the Evo 2 Pro or the Air 2S or 3S first, even though Mini is good, better for the travel though. Yeah, I have the DJI Mavic Mini right here, and I'm still using it only for the fun part of it, because I can't rely on this sucker, I mean, the quality is pretty good, like 4K quality. The camera quality on this is actually better than it was on the Mavic Mini too, to be honest. Like, so anyhow. But yeah, this is it so far for the DJI FLIP on what I could supply for you. Just a quick rundown. It's supposed to be the next thing on January 14th at 8 a.m. It's supposed to come out. It is supposed to be the next big thing from DJI, a sub 250 drone, potentially exempting it from certain regulatory requirements and appealing the broader user base, which they're looking forward to, because they're selling, instead of just $1,800 drones, they're selling $10,800 drones. You know, at the core of the FLIP's appeal is the robust imaging system, rumors to point to have a 48 megapixel camera equipped with a 1/1.3-inch sensor, capable of 4K, just like similar to the Mini 4 Pro. It has an 82.1 degree field of view with a 4x digital zoom. And price range for the drone in itself, it's supposed to be $450 for the drone, supposed to be $650 for the drone and the controller, the RC2, and then the fly mode combo, which usually comes with more batteries, and the RC2, supposed to be $800. And that is pretty much it for the DJI FLIP. So now the question is are you going to pick up one? Are you going to buy one? I definitely going to look into it. If I'm going to pick it up, I'll announce it on my community channel. The next review for me coming up is, I believe, the DJI Mic Mini 2. The DJI Mic Mini. Because I have the Mic Mini hanging right here, and it's actually hooked up to that camera, and that was all audio for today. So I think it was pretty good. So DJI Mic Mini is the next review coming up, plus my helmet review for my motorcycle helmet for the ILM MF509, which is a great helmet. Until then, I hope to see you guys in my posts. I hope to see you guys around, and I'm definitely going to attend some of you guys' live streams and stuff and hang around. I'm trying to make this a little bit more in 2025, more casual, that I'm here, because I'm very comfortable in front of the camera. There's no notes here. If you guys think that I'm reading off of notes, there's none. I prepare myself every single time. I prepare myself for live streams. So, 87 Knots says, aloha, looking good, brother. Been too long. I need to fly my drone again. Still got the Alta Evo 2 Pro. You need to watch this live stream back, because we talked about that too. I appreciate you guys all coming by. Please don't forget, be a nice human, make somebody else smile, and definitely pay it forward, guys. Always. Life's too short to be angry. Let's all be good. And I hope the best for you guys for 2025. And I'm definitely going to be seeing you around. All right. Love you all. You guys take it easy. Thank you so much for coming. I hope I could help you out making a decision to buy a FLIP. Aloha.